Okay. Hey man, I saw your post on Reddit Dota. I guess that a lot of people sent you replays already, but I don't mind some tips on how to improve. I'm 3.3k and just started playing Reddit again, position 5 mainly, after some time. Lately, I am spamming Rasta. That is the last match I played this. Even if we won easily, I think I made several mistakes. At the very beginning in the laning phase, it wasn't very efficient, and also I did on-off full smoke gank on Invoker. Really bad angle of approach, I guess. Also shouldn't have chased. Thanks in advance, I'm looking forward to hear tips. So you guys eventually won the game. Okay, so let's just do this. General advice is, when you guys are asking me to coach you, don't send me a replay where you won. It's really, you guys are not going to learn. Really, it's not going to be as efficient as when you're learning from a game where you lost a game. So, but let's do this. Okay, so this is good, I think. But remember to. This is good. Well, this is good that you made really good efforts to put down a ward in a really good place. But you have to smoke if you want to do this, and if you want to constantly do this as a support. You mentioned about playing support as mainly. So consider about spending your another 50 gold in buying a smoke. You're gonna have to smoke yourself and then TP to put down a ward instead of buying one clarity. That would be my recommendation. Okay. So, quickly going through lineup, it will be Void, safe lane carry, Shadow Shaman supporting, Pugna is middle, I think. Pugna is middle. Brewmaster offlane, Slaughter also support offlane. Invoker's middle here. Invoker middle. Slug is going safing solo. Not solo. They do have Ogre Magi. Ogre plus Slug is bottom. Slug being the number one carry. Phantom Assassin is offlane with Asian Persian. This looks totally fine. Okay. Let's see how they do this. 2-on-2 is really fine. Yeah. Okay, so you're blocking. Good. Okay. You clicked on the hero, that's very good. You quickly check his item, that's very, very impressive. Good job. Okay, so PA blinked in. You're getting back was fine. Use your tango. Got that, alright. Cast it. Oh, it was too late. I think you should have cast your shackles much earlier if you were trying to do that. Let me tell you what I was saying. So when you were here, you're like, okay, I'm going in again. You attack them. 1, 2. Right here, there were 2 creeps around Asian Impression attacking him, right? I think I might have done shackle right here. I think it was a good place to try it. If you had catch your shackles here, it's stunning for 2.75 seconds. It's doing a lot of damage. Actually, it will do a lot of damage. And if this guy was smart enough to cast his Q to get closer to Asian Persian, I really think he might have died. He only has 1 armor and 397 HP. So I really think this was the right time to use your shackle and try to do the first blood. If you just shackle him, yeah, PA jumping on you was really scary. But PA didn't even have the chilling touch. So when this guy was casting his chilling touch, he accidentally or he just consciously just cast it in the ground that he forgot to give this to his ally. So PA does not have the chilling touch. I saw it going through. I saw this guy making a terrible mistake, casting this by only himself. So I would have definitely, if I were you, casted a shackle. And making this kind of decision in the early game, this makes huge difference as a support. When you guys are playing support, getting the first blood or dying from the first blood, missing 1 bounty run, poorly placed ward, wasting without wasting the starting gold. All that really matters. So I'm talking a lot about this because this would have fucking mattered. This matters. So you could have done much better job here. But instead, you're just like kind of auto attacking to this, and PA came here, so you're gonna have to get back. And taking a lot of damage from the chilling touch from A's right click. Just went back. Okay. And now you're kind of lost, right? Missing the chance to kill, missing the chance to get your first blood. You're kind of lost. So I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna pull. I think this pull was entirely fine because even if you had gone to the lane with the void, you were low in your HP. You're like 50%. I really don't think you might have done a lot giving this guy better time farming. I really don't think you might have done anything. So this playing was fine. But let's see if you're not missing a last hit. Good. Shadow Shaman has like 74 base damage, so there really cannot be any excuse for you guys to miss last hit like that. This is also bad. This can be solved by just paying attention. I mean, yeah, practice will help. Practice will definitely help, but my general advice is just pay more attention. And I think this is happening from people not thinking that how important it is or how impactful it will be by missing one last hit. But yeah, just pay more attention to to getting the last hit. Never miss last hit like that. It's so easy, especially when you're playing a god like Shadow Shaman. Let's say you're playing Crystal Maiden, then it's totally fine. That just happens, and it's really hard to last hit with the Crystal Maiden. But when you have a guy with level 1 hitting a 74 base damage, it really does make sense for you to miss any last hit. Even though you miss a last hit, not because you're a bad player, but I think, yeah, you just don't care. I really think you just don't care. You're worried about Void getting ganked, but like, do you see how many last hits you got from here? Let me go back here. This is a lot of gold. So you missed this one. You missed that. And now you kind of don't care. You missed this one. You missed this one. You missed this one. So you basically missed every last hit here. So this tells me that if you're keep playing like this, so your emphasis is wrong. I think you are worried. You're kind of like worried about Void taking too much damage from them. But reality is, even if you're really worried about him, then you should not have pulled in the first place. Just play with him. Just be with the Void. Try to just play some experience with him and just be next to him and contest them in right-clicking and harassing. That's what you should have done. But you already made a decision to pull. Then there really is nothing else that you can do. You should have focused on, if you have pulled, focus on last hitting. So that's like mentality difference that people will get better by making adjustment in their mentality. You made a decision to pull, so you just died here again. Cause why? Just to side pull again. Let me see what you did. So this was happening, and you're like, okay, I'm support, and I'm gonna. This was actually very, very stupid. That yeah, this is just you playing bad. I don't understand why you made this decision. Just tell me why you made this. Tell me what were you thinking when you're doing this. So Void was low HP, and you saw them disappearing from. You saw them PA disappearing from this. So PA is likely to be here now, and your reaction was just pull. So you don't care about. So you were not paying attention. PA was standing right here, and he disappeared due to fog of war. So PA is right here. This is very, very easy for any good Dota 2 player to figure this out. But this is happening. I would say number one. So you're bad. You're bad. But this is coming from you not paying attention to the game. You should pay more attention to the game. I think you are. I don't know. I don't think you're paying enough attention to deserve to win the game as a support. So you're gonna die here, and this is very, very easy kill for them. There's nothing else you can do about this. You're just gonna die like this. You're dead. That's it. So by dying like this, you're actually making the enemy team really, really good potential to work out their game. Because if you look at the lineup, they're playing really greedy. It's just a Slug. Slug is core, and Phantom Assassin is also another core. I really thought you guys, if you guys played things right, it's really easy for you guys to shut this guy down. It was only PA plus Asian Apparition, but now you as a Shadow Shaman have been making some poor mistakes. that could not happen, and now you guys you're kind of feeding Phantom Assassin. I really don't like it. Okay, so you're it's good that at least you're paying attention. Good. Wanna shackle? Why don't you shackle him when you TP? So this is your site. You came back and you bow TP and you're like, okay, let me check middle, let me check, but this is good. This is I think this is your strength as a support player. You're using the minimap right. I'm paying attention. This guy did this guy used Dark Pack. So you decided to TP here. And no reaction coming from here, so why didn't you shackle him? Do you see what I see? This, use Dark Pack, use everything. You checked it, you even checked it yourself. You TP'd here. Why didn't you use your shackle right away here? Right here. Why didn't you shackle him? This is like right, this is already enough, right? Enough to cast a shackle. But you just look for the Ether Shock. So here's what I want you to do. Number one, you should by watching this replay, by watching this video, you should have realized that you've been making some really bad mistakes, and this is another mistake that should really not happen. Should not happen if you're playing to become a better player and if you want to play more competitive. This is really basic mistake that really just cannot happen, and this is happening from you. Well, I really admire that you were paying attention to the minimap. You check middle, you check top, you check bottom, you're paying attention and you TP at the right time. But you should be more familiar with the hero mechanism. The only way that Slug can run away from you is by casting the Dark Pack. You should have known that. If Slug casts Dark Pack and you cast Shackle right away, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be shackling him for like about 0.5 seconds, and then he's gonna cast Dark Pack, and what this does is it's gonna purge. So he's gonna run away. So any good support player would have kept that in mind. I should be worried about Slug casting Dark Pack. Just put that in your head, and whenever you saw him casting Dark Pack, that is the right time to cast or whatever hacks or shackles to lock him down. So I really thought you were good enough to do this, but you didn't. So you're not just good enough to do any of this. So you're not punishing the enemies. You had a lot of chance to punish the enemies, but you're not doing it. None of them so far this game. You're gonna let him go. Just right click him, kind of just right click him. You don't even think of shocking the ogre. So this is bad. I tell you, this is bad. Okay. So now is to hang around here a little bit more. Excuse for me for coughing and sniffing. I caught flu and I don't feel well. Sorry guys about this. Okay. Man. Okay. Back to the game, and you're like, okay, about smoke, you self-smoked. And you're gonna gank middle. Okay. Why didn't you, so you just smoked yourself, like, right? And why didn't you ask this guy to come with you then? If you really wanted to smoke, why didn't you smoke here? Right here, under the shrine here. Why didn't you ask him, or ideally it's Slada. The right person to gank with is Slada. Why didn't you have to smoke with him? That is the mistake number one. And here's another thing that I want to just point out in general as support. Unless you're fucking desperate in this game that you think, if I don't kill this guy right now, we're gonna lose the game. Unless that is your intention in every game, I really have to gank this guy. I really don't think this is a good time to gank. I think this is the wrong time to gank, because look at your item and look at your level. You're not even level 3. If you were to gank, I think I don't recommend using the build, but if you were to gank only as Shadow Shaman, 1-1-1 makes perfect sense. You're gonna have a hacks 1.25 seconds cool lockdown CC, and shackle is 2.75. So combined with this, you're gonna be stunning a guy for like 4 seconds. That is great build to gank. But you're staying at level 2. You're gonna hit level 3 in no time. So if you wanted to do this, you would have had much better chance of killing him after hitting level 3 and after having boots. just please, everyone watching this video, this helps you guys a lot by just carrying one boots. If you're just thinking about moving around the map, you don't even have boots, so this is the kind of wrong time. This is really early for you to gank. So number one mistake, you're a level. Number two, why didn't you gank with this guy? And number three, why didn't you have boots? Why didn't you wait for your boots? You could have found butcher here by pulling here, because you're pulling. So I think I know how to. I think you know how to pull. But yeah, so let's see what happens. And lastly, if you're ganking Invoker, you should carry one dust. It really doesn't make sense to smoke gank Invoker without having any dust, because this guy is just gonna ghost walk right away, and you two are fucked. Okay, he just casts Cold Snap. Okay. If Invoker has Sunstrike, you're gonna die now. You can even just die here, because you don't have boots. 25 movement speed. Yeah, do you see how horrible you did? So this is now kind of being embarrassing, but I would be embarrassed by doing this. 320 movement speed, 285 movement speed. So you die here. So let me talk about she's gonna ghost walk. So I think everything could have went much better if you had boots. If you just had boots, yeah, I really think everything might have turned out much better by just carrying one boots. So this did not make sense. Let me just see it for one last time to see if there are anything else that you did wrong. Okay, so you don't have boots. And you just broke your smoke, and you are at 285 movement speed. And if you look at Invoker, yeah, Invoker is also slow. 25 versus 25. But I really don't think this gank was right, because you're not even carrying dust. What Invoker does is even level 6. Yeah, Invoker is level 6. I think Pogna should have popped his rune. Then you guys might have a chance of killing him. But we're focused on you right now. Yeah, Cold Snap. Just kind of attacking him. And now you're frustrated that you cannot catch him. Yeah, if you had... So this gank might have worked if you had just carried one dust. Even if you could not outrun Invoker, since Pogna had his rune, which I don't think you checked his inventory. When you're ganking, you should check your allies item, and then the enemy's item, and then their level. That's what you should have done, but I don't think you did. But yeah, seriously, if you're ganking Invoker, this is my thought on this. Whenever people are playing against Invoker and they're thinking about ganking Invoker, I really don't think, even players at around 5k MMR, many times they forget to carry dust to gank Invokers. Trust me on this, because I'm 5k. I've been studying in 5k for a really long time. Even at my level, people forget this many times. But good players, good 5k players, and will carry dust. But what happens, people below 4k MMR, is they almost never carry dust. They almost never do. That's very it's really stupid to not to carry dust when you guys are ganking Invoker. Invoker gets countered by smoke. So Invoker's weaknesses, one of his weaknesses as a hero, is he is really weak. He is really vulnerable against dust gank around before minute 10. Invoker dies really fast if there are 1 or 2 supports in the enemy team knowing how to gank with smoke plus dust. Invoker is just going to die. Invoker is gonna die every single time they made when supports are making the right attempt to kill him. He's just gonna die. So Invoker is weak in that side, but I really don't think people under 4k MMR understand the fact. So next time you're playing with Invoker, if you think this is the spare time to gank, at least carry one dust. Don't even imagine about ganking Invoker without having dust. I think that is the basic mindset, the right mindset. Okay. You're gonna die here. Yeah, you're dead. So you're dead here. You now bought the windlace. I think this is fine. I sometimes do this as well when I don't have enough gold to buy the boots, but I'm desperate for the movement speed. I just buy windlace right away, because the Brambos can be purchased in the side shop. That's fine. But your real issue right now is your leveling and your farm. You don't have boots. It's minute 6 and you don't have boots. So you've been making many wrong decisions throughout this game. I really think you should get back to top lane and just stay next to Void I know that this guy's already hitting level 6, so just stay next to him, soak up some experience, good job, coding the Bounty, and try to pull the wave once or twice, because you need to hit level 6. Shadow Shaman must hit level 6 really fast to have his massive Serpent Wand, the ultimate to pressure down the first tier 1 tower. So when you guys are playing like this and you make really bad attempts, you guys should find a way to come back to the game. I really like this skill build. This is entirely right build. You should have shackled him much faster. I really don't understand why it took you so long to shackle him. So yeah, you guys want this, but oh, they almost died. The curse just unstruck him. So you're standing here, and he casts Chronosphere, amazing Chronosphere, and you having just 2 points at the shock. This is the right build. This is what you guys should do. 2-0-1. This is the right build almost always. So you nuked him. That's very great. But right now you lack clicking runs. But why didn't you shackle him right away? If I were you, if I were playing this Shadow Shaman, I would not even think about right clicking. I would have just used the shackles right away. Cause if you didn't, if Phantom Assassin was level 6, you didn't even check it, so I don't know. But Phantom Assassin could have killed Void with the right click from benefiting from this chilling touch. PA has really good right click, and Void could die. Void could die right away if Invoker made better attempts to strike him. So why didn't you just shackle right away? So this was fine, but your shackle was way too late. It could have been much faster. Yep. I would have prioritized using my shackles over right clicking, but that really comes down. I think I'm able to say this because I'm just better at calculating the Chronosphere this timer. Like I just naturally notice. I know it's just 4 seconds, but I don't really count. But I just know that. I just know it is. I just have a feeling my gut. Oh, this is the right time to count it, to cast my skill. But I don't. I think this kind of thing is where you'll just naturally get better by keep playing. So don't worry too much about it. I think you guys did a good job in killing him. But I just wanted to point out that you should prioritize on making this guy prevent your safe lane carry from dying in any situations when you're team fighting. If you have the ability to cast anything to save your teammates, you should do it, especially in this kind of small team fight. You're in danger now, right? Okay. Okay. So you're here. You're kind of okay. I want to collect the bounty run, but you should pay attention to the minimap. You really should pay attention to the minimap. If you really did. So right now, you saw Russian impression coming here, and he disappeared, which means he went this way, right this way. So this is really small thing that I see and you guys don't see around to Kimmo. You guys don't see this. It's because this is happening because I'm paying more attention to you than you guys in general. So you got the bounty run, but they have just been. A was here, but he disappeared for like more than like 4 seconds. That really means that he is now invading your jungle. That really means you should have suspected him invading the jungle, but you're not paying attention to the from judging from movement like this. You don't care. Now PA is here, AA is here, but you just don't care. You should have ran backward and try to juke. Don't give them vision. But right now, by moving this way, now this guy has a vision of you, and PA is of course going to dagger you, and you're dead. So this happened because you were not paying attention to the minimap. You should pay more attention to the minimap, much more. So as a support, using the minimap is a crucial key. That is the way for you guys to win the game. So when I was climbing from 3K Mar, I think it made me a certainly better player by just watching the minimap 24/7. Every time if I'm not last hitting, if I'm not doing anything, I just watch the minimap. I really did. Okay. All right. That was not the best shackle that can happen. So this is where you just TP to here. You TP to here. But I think this TP was fine. So you're worried about Phantom Assassin killing you again because PA is just hit level 6 and it's extremely dangerous. But this is good. This TP was good, but I really don't think you should have shackled right away. I really don't. If you had just PA, I don't think PA now gets a vision of you because you just attacked him. But what you in this kind of team fight, in this kind of situation, you should find a way to calm yourself down and try to judge before taking any action. If you can manage for this guy, PA, if you can kind of bait him to overextend and one into this juking places, then you can find a really good timing for the shackle. Then he might die, because right now tower's attacking Asian oppression, and now there's a creeps around. Even if you do shackle him, so I really think you got kind of unlucky. If tower's attacking this guy, then this guy might have died. But this guy, yeah, I think this was unlucky. I think this was fine. I think I'm demanding you a little too much to play perfect. Yeah, this was fine. Yeah. It was totally fine. It was just you guys were getting unlucky that tower was not targeting Phantom Assassin, so I think that was fine. That was the best thing that you could have done in this situation. So good job. I really liked your TP, by the way. Your TPing like kind of defensive. You didn't TP right. You did not. So what bad players do is they just TP right in the face of PA. If you ever do that, PA is gonna kill you right away. But you decided to TP into the tree, inside the tree. So that was really great TP. Good job doing that. Sphere. Right now, and this shackle is already wrong. This shackle is wrong again. So we're here. Chronosphere. So right after he used the Chronosphere, you decided to go for the shackle right away. So judging from your gameplay, I think you might have realized right after you have done what you just did, this was the wrong play. But again, this is happening because you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to the game. And I wish you knew that you were doing it wrong, because this is never good, right? What you should have done is wait, cast your Ether Shock, right click him, right click the PA a few times. When the Chronosphere is about to end, then you cast your Shackles, right? Then I really think then you guys have much better time killing him. You guys eventually killed him, good job, but you could have played much better. So I really didn't like the way you used your Shackles here. Okay, this is good. You were side playing, very good. I think you also stacked at the same time. Yeah, I think you stacked this with that. Amazing. You stacked and pulled. This was amazing pull, by the way. Good job. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I can see on the weakness that I can. So this was okay. This was really fine. I think you just made an attempt to kill him, but you just realized that things went wrong, so you decided to go back, retreat. So that's fine. But right here, what I want you to do is, yeah, use the magic one, right? But this is again. This is what I see and what people around 2K will never see. What I have done around this time is I would have look at the minimap. Well, let me go back to your perspective. So from your perspective, you just gained an information. This is information. Asian person here, PA is here, and looks like my team is mingling around here. So some actions are going on bottom. Everything is going on. You even check PA was here. Do you see how empty the mid lane is? The mid lane is empty, like nobody is in the middle. If from the minimap, they even have a really good vision. Nobody is in the middle, and you just pop the magic wand. This was, I really thought after doing this, I really thought you were thinking about tipping to middle. This is another level of playing Shadow Shaman. I know that this might seem nothing, but people around 3K, they were never ever able to figure out TP at the right time. They really don't. They never will, and I don't think you did. So it was the right time for you to TP to middle. This is very common for anyone above 4K and 5K and more. But you are not even thinking about tipping to here. So you really should watch the minimap much more carefully. You making one decision to TP here, this will make a lot of difference in your gameplay throughout the game. You would have level 6, and this is a lot of gold, man. If you manage to hit every one of the last here, this is a lot of gold that you're making. But I don't think this was going through your mind. And this kind of thing happens many times in game, but this is where you become, this is what this has good support and bad supports. Any good supports would have paid attention to minimap and they would tip it to middle. But I would say 80% of the time, most supports don't watch them anyway, and they don't think about rotating up until they reach 5k. And making good rotation is the key as a support to break to 5k, I would say. That's how I become 5k as a support. So you guys should start doing the same thing. Double damage good. Now that Invoker is here, it's now kind of dangerous to go up here. This is really dangerous, right? Okay, good. So because Invoker was sitting here, okay, now Pogna's back. Very good, very good. Oh, why didn't you shackle him though? Why didn't you? Okay, you are here. So I think you did a good job. You were afraid of Invoker cutting you down when you just walked through here, so you didn't do that. So that's good. You have keen sight. Good. And saying that Pogna was coming, I think you saw him from the minimap, so you guys walked the right time, so that was good. When you got close enough, I think after casting the Decryptify, Invoker was now slow enough. But why don't you cast your Shackle? So you cannot right click him, you know that, right? And you do not have enough mana to cast every one of your spell. You only have 163 mana, so this is the time where you have to decide. If I were you, I would have known that, seeing that this guy was Decryptify from Pogna, you cannot right click him. Although you have double damage, you cannot right click him. So you should have cast your Shackles right away. Stuns for 2.75 seconds. And it only has Hex has only 1.25 duration. So shackling was the right thing. You have enough distance to cast your shackles. This did not make sense, although you would have done a lot of damage to Invoker casting Aftershock, but you cannot kill him. You guys should have known that you cannot kill him by just nuking him down once. You guys cannot kill him. So right thing to do was shackle, but you go for the Hex. So this is happening because you're not paying attention to your hero. I can definitely tell that you're not paying attention to your mana. You almost never do, but when you're not doing anything, so now you guys gonna miss him, right? He's just gonna walk away. There's no way you guys can kill him. Yeah, he's gonna walk away. If you had actually shackled him, he was dead. I'm pretty sure that if you had shackled him, if you see his HP, I really think Invoker might have died because Pogna was sucking him from the life drain. And after that, if you shackled him, if you were just rocking once and Pogna rocking once, he was dead. I'm pretty sure this was dead. So there's another chance that you missed one big kill. So this happened because you were not paying attention. When you're standing here, this is exactly what I should do. So you realize that here, not here, even before. So here, okay. So this is what you should be going through your mind. Okay, I got information that Invoker is sitting here. So I made the right decision to not to run at him. I slightly backed up a little bit because if I go this way, Invoker's gonna kill me. Good job making a good decision. But you pinged him. So looking from the minimap, Pogna is about to come. So now we have to kill Invoker. This is now, right now. So you decide to run in. Right now is exactly when every single game, whenever you're playing support, it really doesn't matter. Every hero, when you're playing any hero, this is the time where you should quickly check your HP and your mana and your level. It would be even more fantastic if you just click Invoker once more again to check this guy's mana and check his item. But I want you to at least to check yourself before engaging in. This makes such big difference. This really will. This should be just in your blood. This should be in your muscle. You should just do it right away, just automatically. By doing this, you'll become a much better player. I promise. Yep. If you had shackled him instead of doing this, Invoker was dead. I'm pretty sure Invoker was dead. Okay. You're going for the blink dagger. Putting down a ward here. Okay. Just TP here. You're out in blink dagger. I mean arcane boots. Okay. I mean, you know what? Arcane boots is always good. Arcane boots, I agree with this item, but I really don't think you would need to get the blink dagger here. Okay, so you can push block. Cast it? Why didn't you cast it? Oh, so why didn't you cast it? Yeah, right here? Right here. Right here. Why didn't you cast your Aftershock to stock from here? This makes exact distance for you to cast this. Why didn't you cast your Aftershock? What were you thinking? You're just sort of just trying to find a way to right click him, but why didn't you cast your Aftershock or just anything? So this is bad. Another time, this is really bad play from you. So this is happening because you do not have enough experience at the Shadow Shaman. You should play much more time as, yeah. It's just, you will just get naturally better as you play much more. But seeing this, you've been making many mistakes, so you're not seeing the angles of killing anyone when it is the right time to use your spell. So this is bad. Yeah, you should have definitely cast your Aftershock here. He now just got denied. So again, bad play. Okay. Good job casting this. I really like the way you cast this. Good job. Got the objective. I don't know, recommend getting Blink Dagger. Well, Blink is good. You know what? Blink is just good for the Shadow Shaman. But in this game, I would have worried about myself. If Slug ever gets Shadow Blade and pounds on you, you're gonna die, right? So thinking that you'll have better time. I really think it's much better for you to get Glimmer Cape and Ghost Scepter. So if you can tell me why you get the Blink Dagger, it would be fantastic. If you can reason with me that for getting this item, try to convince me why are you getting this item. Good smoke, by the way. You get Blink Dagger if you think you are strong enough to tank your enemies and cast everything while you are while you're shackling someone. So this is happening due to okay, that was close. Slug almost made it. I'm surprised Slug made it. Okay. Blink Dagger really is it can be a common item for Shadow Shaman, but here's the thing. Whenever you get Blink Dagger, this will make sense if you think your team severely lacks any form of initiation. Then you should get Blink Dagger as Shadow Shaman, then you should get Blink Dagger as Crystal Maiden. But when you're playing number 5 support, almost always, you should worry about your survivability over initiating anything. So I really hope you don't get Blink Dagger this game. Oh, so you're transitioning into 4-step. Okay, that's good. That's good. But here's the thing: 4-step will not save you from Slug. If you get pounced, you cannot 4-step. You cannot 4-step on the pounce. So I suggest you, if you are playing against the same lineup, 4-step makes sense against PA. But I would have thought about. I think the main concern in this lineup is you dying from Slug, from using Shadow Blade and pounce. So you guys are sort of now winning. Good job. This guy didn't even from Shadow Blade, so I think he was having a really hard time farming bottom. Your ult is cooldown. I don't think you guys need to get that. Just wait for a few seconds and break the tower. Good. Use ulti. Good. You guys are gonna hit the tower. And also it's the Rex. Okay, so you're controlling, you're pressing whatever the hotkey is. Good job controlling the wards. That was good micro that I can see. Very good. Well, thing is, I think 4-step was much better item than Blink Dagger. In all sense, 4-step was much better item than Blink Dagger. So I really think you did a good job in thinking. So when people transition into items, that does mean that they have ability to think it through and have some flexibility in their item build. So I think you're one of those person that who possess the ability to think about the item before you're getting. So this is amazing, very good. Many problems, majority of 2K and 3K players that have in common is they have terrible itemization. That is that is actually one of the biggest problem they have. It's happening because they're not making an adjustment depending on the situation. But I think you did the right thing. Blink was terrible item for you. 4-step was good. But next time, you should know that this does not save you from Slug. Slug was the guy who was playing the safe lane bottom. So in my opinion, Ghost Scepter was better item. Or use up there. Ghost Scepter, use up there, Glimmer Cape, get every one of those. Try to not to die, and after that I would have finished myself with the Aghanim Scepter, not Blink Dagger. So if you get those items, not Blink, 4-step, Glimmer Cape, Ghost Scepter, and then Aghanim Scepter, this looks like playing Shadow Shaman very defensively, so you're going to be using your ultimate not during the team fight, but whenever you're taking the objective. So every time, once you get the Agam Scepter, you cast your ultimate, you're gonna take the tower, or you're highly likely you're gonna take down the rocks as well. So I really try recommending that build. And every one of the items that I mentioned makes perfect sense. Glimmer Cape will just help you naturally. It's a support. You're gonna save yourself. You're gonna save your allies. Force Staff, good. Utility, good. Use Scepter, also good. It gives you mana regen. It also makes sense against Invoker. Whenever Invoker does Cyclone, Meteor combo, Meteor Strike, and Deafening Blast, you can use yourself. So all those things, like I'm talking like what can happen. Like it's imaginary situation, right? But this is what you guys should do. That will help you guys to have better time in making the correct adjustment in getting your in determining your itemization. Just try to think what would happen in the team fight against this lineup. Invoker can Sunstray, Invoker can just use his classic combo. Stock is going to Shadow Blade and he pounces me and I'm gonna die. And when PA runs into me, I'm gonna die. So you're gonna die now, right? Unless you do this. Very good, very good. I really love that how you TP to Shrine instead of double clicking the TP. So I will think this is your strength. All those small things like you did that I've made compliments about your gameplay. Like it was actually amazing that you just TP to Shrine instead of TPing back to base. Now you can re-engage in the team fight. So this tells me that you have enough potential to go up to another level. Really, trust me. I don't think any tricky players will have enough insight in TPing to Shrine like that. That was amazing play by you. Okay, so now you're gonna win. This happened, that happens, ulti, and you're good. Good job. I think the game was fun. The game was fun. Although you guys win the game and you kind of sort of rack them down, but I really think I pointed out many mistakes that you've made. But seriously, I will just be strictly honest about you. If you make the same mistakes like this, I really don't think you deserve to win this game from the way how you made crucial mistakes as a support. I really don't think you deserve to win. So this is not even close to play support at the finest level. I'm sure you would agree with me. So whenever you guys are analyzing replay by yourself, this is the correct mindset. Even though you guys win, you think, oh, I think I suck this game, I would think I should analyze this replay. Try to be really critical and judge yourself, and you should figure out how bad you were. And just keep reminding yourself, oh, I was playing bad. That is actually one of the most efficient way for you guys to get better at the game. So whenever you're analyzing the replay of a game where you won, this is exactly what you should do. Okay, so you were thinking about getting point booster, so that's mean Agam Scepter, good. But I think I would have really liked you, because Stock is a kind of guy who really Stock counters you. He has Dark Pact. There's no way for you to lock him down when you get initiated. So Slock was my main concern. Whenever you're playing against Slock, you should be worried about him and try to find a way to survive him. Get Ghost Scepter, Glimmer Cave, Yule Scepter, whatever. Okay. I think your skill build was fine. Shackles, 2-point Aftershock. Hex, good. This is preference, good. I like your skill build. You mastered the hacks at the last time. Good. Very good. Alright. I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Rate this video. If you like this video, share it with your friends or whatever. Thank you, guys.